How to grow your blog audience and make 100K monthly visitors. Hey guys, it's Chucks Michael and I am back on Digital Income Hub, and today we are talking about several ways to grow your blog audience and 100K monthly visitors. You're up against over 31.7 million other blogs, so thinking strategically is necessary to succeed. Aim high if you want to use a blog effectively, whether that means building your personal or professional brand or monetizing it for passive money. It demands effort. A great deal of effort. Really successful bloggers would have invested a significant amount of their free time in building them, and they likely had to make numerous sacrifices along the way. However, when all of your hard work pays off and everything comes together, the benefits may be enormous. Is that something you want to do and can commit to wholeheartedly? Okay, then let's get started. I'll lead you through a 7-step method for developing your blog from 0 to 100,000 monthly visitors, or more. So let's begin from the beginning. 1. Determine your niche. The appropriate niche may make or break how simple, or difficult, it is to develop a blog to 100,000 plus subscribers. What exactly is a niche? A niche is more than a subject. It is the method you will take, the audience you wish to target, and the manner in which you will communicate with them. And present oneself as an authority. The perfect niche. The ideal niche is one with little blogger competition and enough customer interest to guarantee that 100K prospective followers truly exist. Make sure the topic you choose for your blog is intriguing to both you and other people who share your interests. Pick a topic that truly interests you so that you can plunge into producing effective content. Whatever subject you choose, you must be passionate about it and naturally fascinated about it. If not, you'll rapidly run out of creative ideas. You won't be able to continuously provide material that will grow your following, which is the most crucial thing. Increasing concentration. If you have a blog currently or are getting ready to start one, it is a good idea to somewhat narrow your specialty. It is simpler to get followers by running a blog with a narrow emphasis and developing an authoritative voice in that market. Your primary subject should not be determined solely by profitability. Instead, choose a subject that interests you, occupies your thoughts, and irritates your friends. You'll never run out of topics if you do it this way. Have you noticed anything novel and intriguing that piques your interest? When a new trend you've seen coincides with your own areas of interest, you have a fantastic chance to make money. Recent trends. Getting on board with a new trend gives you an advantage in swiftly growing a following. If you're one of the first to specialize in a trend, discipline, or movement, it will be simpler for you to rank in the search results and stand out to both influencers and consumers. You need to closely monitor small business news in your industry if you want to have a chance of succeeding with this method. 2. Identify your target market. This is a crucial stage in assisting you in producing the correct content material that connects with the demographic you want to target and who you anticipate consuming your content. Asking yourself questions such, what degree of knowledge is this blog aimed at might help you get started. Beginner, intermediate, or advanced level. What is the profession and job of your target audience? Which social media influencers are they most likely to follow? What subtopics within your specialty do you intend to cover? What are you capable of teaching your audience? Which blogs do you think are comparable to yours? Who is watching them? Your ultimate goal should be to compile all of this information into a set of personas that you can refer to when researching and selecting content ideas. Why are these personalities important? They assist you with shaping your content and ensuring that it answers the difficulties and challenges that your unique reader audience has. Buyers are 48% more likely to choose providers that deliver targeted marketing communications that suit their individual needs if you're selling a product or service. Monetary issues. Pick your post topics wisely. Consider this when coming up with ideas for your content. It's not about you. Not just themes you want to write about, but also topics your audience cares about, should be the focus of your content strategy. If you chose themes based on what your target audience cares about and wants to know, you'll establish a larger following more quickly. Make sure you're adding genuine value rather than just stroking your ego. Let's go through some content research tools and discuss a few techniques for determining whether there is a need for content before you produce it. Tools for content research. Answer the Public uses auto-suggest data from search engines to illustrate what terms people look up in relation to a specific keyword. Just type a keyword and click Get Questions, and a list of prospective blog subject ideas that are all based on queries people are actually typing into search engines and seeking information will be displayed. Quora. The question and answer website Quora is a treasure trove of potential blog topics. To find your niche, use the page's search box at the top, or a word or short phrase related to it. You will be given related questions that site users have asked, which you can use to inspire blog posts that offer clarification or background data. Reddit. Although the layout is more geared toward debates than strictly question and answer threads, Reddit is nevertheless a treasure trove of blog topic ideas. To maximize the platform's potential, you need to follow subreddits, groups or communities focusing on specific topics. Use the search bar on the right side of the homepage to identify subreddits in your niche. However, not every result will be worthwhile for subscribing to. Be sure to look at these before selecting whether subreddits are worthwhile. How many users are subscribers? How active it is. To determine this, click to the relevant subreddit and determine how frequently posts are made there. BuzzSumo. BuzzSumo is a content research tool that can assist with activities like discovering influencers to market your content to and determining which themes and content kinds work best in a specific area. As a result, it's fantastic for providing content inspiration. BuzzSumo will display high-performing material that is linked to your search when you enter a topic into the search box. The findings can inspire a fresh idea for you, or you might discover something you can recreate but better. As a side note, I'm not proposing you steal anyone's work. Rather, I'm saying you leverage their idea and produce a related but fresher version. BuzzSumo's demand validation. The tool BuzzSumo is incredibly adaptable. I adore using it to get content inspiration, but I also use it to see whether there is interest in a particular topic before deciding whether to pursue it. Start by looking up your concept on Google. Keep your search term pretty broad. Find a piece of material that is comparable to what you want to write. When you do, visit BuzzSumo and look up the URL of the page. You may then examine how far it was distributed on social media at that point. You can also view how many websites are connecting to it if you have a pro account. It is worthwhile to check all of the content you find that is related to what you intend to produce in BuzzSumo. This is because there are many variables that might affect how successful a piece of material may be, such as how much it has been pushed and the website it is hosted on, the latter of which could either inflate or deflate the numbers. This also implies that you shouldn't rely solely on this method. To confirm demand. Additionally, make use of outreach. The majority of marketers employ outreach to spread the word about previously produced content, which may be a fantastic strategy for expanding your audience. However, I'm going to advise you to put outreach first and create your post after you've already done it. I believe that very few marketers are using this outreach strategy, which is a grave error and a squandered opportunity. This is why. Outreach for content promotion and outreach for demand validation follow a nearly identical procedure. You create a list of potential viewers and sharers of your content, and then you get in touch with them. The message itself is the only significant distinction. They don't receive a link from you. You're giving a summary of the subject and requesting their interest in further investigation once it's concluded. And this tactic has even another enormous advantage. Even before your material is complete, you're making connections with individuals. This means that prospects who have already said yes, I'm interested, are much more likely to check your emails, reply, and share the final piece when you conduct. Why not consult your audience? They are the best people to know what kind of material they want to see. Okay, so in order for something to be effective, you need an audience. If you're just getting started, you might have to wait until you've amassed a modest following before you can benefit much from this strategy. But if there is an audience, make advantage of them. They'll appreciate that their suggestions are being considered, and there's nothing better than getting feedback straight from your audience on how you can help them and produce engaging material that they'll actually read. You can develop customer surveys with the aid of programs like Qualaroo that display when specific events take place. For instance, if a visitor arrives at a blog article but leaves within a predetermined amount of time, you may have a single question survey display, perhaps asking, "What didn't you like about this blog post?" 4. Create long-form content that is superior to what is already available on the subject. Long-form content typically outperforms short-form content in terms of both how well it ranks in search results and its ROI. Yet what exactly falls under long-form content? Sadly, there is no clear-cut answer to that issue. The answer you receive will vary depending on who you ask. Long-form content typically has between 1,200 and 2,000 words, but effective long-form pieces can be anywhere from 3,000 to 10,000 words, according to Ramona Suquart of Impact. Let's assume for the sake of simplicity that 1,000 words minimum is the target word count for the majority of your blog posts. The prevailing consensus is that this word count milestone is lengthy enough if you can communicate all you need to say in fewer words. Posting shorter blogs is acceptable, of course. That being said, you should typically be aiming higher if you're committed to growing your site to 100K monthly visits. A good deal higher. More words are associated with more shares and links, according to numerous studies. In other words, greater exposure. The average first-page Google result has roughly 1,890 words, whereas the sweet spot for maximum organic traffic, and thus, exposure, is between 2,250 and 2,500 words. Why is word count important? After all, if your message is being understood, shouldn't that be sufficient? More words facilitate the work of search engines. They support them in developing the concepts. Generally speaking, longer material is more in-depth and gives the consumer more specific answers than shorter content, which is typically one page. In other words, it's the kind of information that people enjoy reading and that search engines want to direct their readers to. Of course, increasing your average word count won't make up for sloppy writing or poorly researched content. The term material that is 10 times better than the best result that can currently be found in the search results for a certain keyword phrase or topic should be used while developing content. 5. Make your posts search engine friendly. To ensure that your content continues to draw in visitors for a long time, it is crucial to have your blog posts rank on the first page of the SERPs. You click Publish. You can use a variety of both fundamental and more sophisticated SEO strategies to assist move your posts to the top 3 spots or perhaps the first page of the SERPs. In reality, just about 2% of clicks go to pages that are listed in positions 9 and 10 of Google's search results. Ranking on Google takes time and doesn't happen instantly. Less than 2% of the top 10 search results on Google are older than 12 months. But once you reach rank 3, the typical click-through rate rises to roughly 12%. Your click-through rate will be around 30% if you can land that coveted top slot. What therefore can you do to raise the profile of your content? The search results page. The 2 things we discussed earlier are relevant again in this situation. Writing blog posts about subjects that readers are genuinely searching for will help increase organic blog traffic, and lengthier posts tend to perform better in search engine results. Beyond this, there is still a ton you can do to optimize your content and increase traffic to your blog as well as visibility in the organic SERPs. Keyword analysis. Short-tail and long-tail keywords can be grouped together. Short-tail keywords are typically understood to be sentences with 3 words or fewer. Phrases of 4 words or more are considered long-tail keywords. Short-tail keywords have substantially larger search volumes than long-tail phrases for obvious reasons. They are also far more competitive, yet this does not mean you should discount them or the possible benefits they may offer. The search volumes for long-tail terms are frequently so low that they don't show up in widely used keyword research tools like Google's Keyword Planner. This does not, however, imply that you should discount the value they might offer. It might not be worthwhile to optimize a blog article for just one long-tail keyword, but include several long-tail keywords can result in a significant increase in traffic. In addition to being far more targeted than their short-tail counterparts, long-tail phrases also have much greater conversion rates. 6. Begin developing connections with influencers. This has always been a key component of how I sell both my businesses and myself. Rarely do I aim for instant success. I aim to develop sincere connections with people that will be advantageous to both parties in the long and short runs. Since I've already done something to benefit them and increase their visibility, sending someone an email letting them know I've mentioned them in my material works nicely as an icebreaker, even if only a little bit. I then search for methods to continue fostering these connections while assisting one another in achieving our objectives. This could entail exchanging guest posts, sharing each other's work, or, although this typically occurs very later in the process, line, collaborating to produce content. 7. Connect your content. Internal links are, of course, just links that take users from one page of your website to another. They help disperse link equity throughout your site, define its architecture, and make it accessible to crawlers. Orphaned pages are those that have no links pointing to them. This is because search engine crawlers are unable to locate them, and as a result, they are not likely to show up in search results or assist you in any way. Internal links can also be utilized to draw attention to additional information that readers may find interesting, increasing the likelihood that they'll stay on your blog after seeing it. There are two kinds of internal linkages you can use in your writing. Links located within the content. These are in-text links that can be found within the article. Use these kinds of links to direct visitors to more pertinent blog posts. Links outside the content's body. These are external links that lead to other pages. They may be in the sidebar, above or below the content, like in the following links. Links that appear outside of an article's body can lead to pretty much anything. They don't have to be relevant to the page they're on. They work well for me as a way to increase traffic to older content that I wish to remain accessible. If you got value from this channel, like and subscribe for more videos.